tight. Guard the doors both day and night. Passwords strong like shields of gold. Love and wisdom shared in bold. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Fishing lines and waters deep. Don't let them pull what you keep. Links they shine, but traps they weave. Trust your heart, don't be deceived. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Every click we take, be wise.
Your child might already be talking to someone online, pretending to be a friend, and you may never know. Unless you teach them one thing: discernment. Okay? Welcome to Family Cyber Tips Weekly, where every weekday Monday we help families grow strong and wise in a world full of tech. Today we are tackling something urgent: how online strangers are targeting kids, and how you, a parent and caregiver, can equip yours with something stronger than filters, and it is discernment. So let's look at the problem, and it's a very clear problem. It doesn't start in the dark corners of the web. Doesn't. It starts in games, chat boxes, DMs, which is direct messages, where strangers disguise themselves as friends. 1 in 3 children has chatted online with someone they've never met in real life. Some were groomed for months before their parents ever knew. And the truth is, we can't block every threat, but we can build digital discernment. That's the skill of recognizing what is wise, what's risky, and when to say no. Okay? So what's the solution? It pains me so much that we're investing this time into preventing the thief, the rogue, the enemy from destabilizing our young ones or making their time on the internet rough. I'll continue to remind us about that because it truly is a pain. But let's stick to it. Let's go on that journey with them. Don't let off, because they're not letting off, and that's what annoys me the most. Is that the moment we take our hands off this, journey, they win. And we don't want that to happen, okay? So we're going to look at a 3-step plan, by way of solution, a 3-step plan for building discernment at home, okay? This will arm your young ones no end. So please pay attention. If you're the note-taking type, please do that too, okay? So like you can see on the screen, the first step will be to talk about digital disguises. Let's make it plain to them. Explain to your child or children how online people can pretend, how they are so quick to flatter or pressure them, that is, into conversations. And it's important that we highlight that very point, okay? There are disguises. It's a con. And what they're doing is giving you a hook, and once the child takes the hook, that's it, okay? So talk about it and talk about it regularly. Don't not a one-off is still okay, but make it a regular conversation so that it sticks. Okay? Another thing that you can look to discuss with your young one as a step in this direction will be role play conversations. Okay? There's no harm in making it fun while dealing with something this serious, okay? Role play conversations together. Practice what to say when someone asks for information. And this should not be foreign to young ones and parents indeed. Role play is the way our children get to, become street smart. They start at home. And then they take it to the streets or wherever it is they congregate to, and they can live out those situations that they played or practiced at home. So practice what to say when someone asks for information. Compliments, just make it easy, okay? Just make it easy for your young one, all right? But do it together. Anyone who compliments them too much or gets pushy, you can do that. And I'm the only one in the room right now, so I can't really role play. But ultimately, you, the parent, can just start giving them compliments, and say, "Oh, you're looking so nice today. Where did you get that? Whatever it is you have on your face, you look beautiful." Anyone, and you, of course. Anyone who says you're beautiful, you should already, since we're talking about discernment, know what God says about you. So it should not be a surprise to you. But role playing allows you to see or know how to react when those things are coming very hard. By hard, I mean, well, okay, keep it in. You're beautiful, you're looking well, you're looking healthy. Those are just too many compliments, especially online, okay? And if they get too pushy too, that is also something you can role play and push your child. Like, please, can you give me your phone number? And can you give it to me now? And while you're at it, do you have a home number? So I want your mobile and home. And they insist in every other ping that comes through, they're still pushing for the number. And you can role play that and get your young one's reaction. Of course, you've discussed it. So the more you talk about it, the more that will resonate and play out in real life if these things do happen, okay? But use real examples from games or social platforms that will resonate. And they're prone to remember that if and when, because it's going to happen, these rogues come calling, all right? A third area that I would love to touch, and that's fundamental to this platform, is the discernment we talk about is rooted in scripture and prayer, okay? We can do tech and tech will take care of itself, but fundamentally, prayer and the word inform and guide our children. And if you ignore that foundation, you might as well say bye-bye, because it has to start there. That's home for us, all right? Teach them scripture verses like Proverbs 4:23, where it says, guard your heart with all diligence. Let them know that God gives wisdom when we ask. And of course, that's James 1:5. And he gives the wisdom liberally. All right? So those are 3 steps that I believe will help build our young ones' character, make them robust, and by God's grace, street smart. By that, I mean internet smart. And so when these bad people, come calling, our kids are ready. A bonus tool that I'll throw your way that does help is Canopy or Bark. These are applications that will alert you, the parent or caregiver, when messages turn suspicious. Okay? Very important that we use all the tools at our disposal. Okay? But they will never replace, they should never replace conversations, or rather, the conversations you should have with your young ones, okay? So never replace conversations with parental controls or tools in general. You speaking, nothing will replace that, okay? Every child needs boundaries. It is clear. Every child, okay? Your daughter, your son, and those connected to the family, they need boundaries. But what they need more is discernment, okay? Nothing is more valuable. Now, if this video has helped you, I'm spending the next maybe month trying to push for more engagement. And the way that I am informed to do this is by taking this pause and doing it. So it will be a bit rigid initially because it's not something I really want to do. I just want you to consume the content and get on with it, you know, but we want this information to go to others. And the way we do that is by engagement. YouTube, following that engagement, will now pass this information on to other parents like you who need this information desperately. So if you have found value in today's episode, please like the video. And I always have to explain that the like is the thumbs up, you know, this one. And I'm not even going to do it just in case you comment just there. But don't do the other one, okay? If you do it, it will help us reach more families. Another thing that you can do is comment. Comment, you know, below. And tell us what your biggest concern about online strangers is. And if you're watching live or watching the archive, drop a comment, you know, just pause, think about it, and drop a comment, and I will duly respond, okay? Another thing that you can do that will help prompt engagement is to share this information with someone who thinks their kids are too safe, okay? And there are many parents like that who feel that they have all the firewalls at home, they have all the tools, you know, they have 3 parental control apps running at the same time. They have a system that allows them know where their children are. And that's all good. You need information because the rogue is evolving. And if the rogue evolves, that means some of the tools that you have could be redundant because the thief has moved on. And what we do is make sure that you're not out of, you know, vogue. We give you relevant and fresh information, which is why you have to, you know, share this information with those sort of people who think that they're rock solid, okay? Now, I promised that I won't talk about subscriptions, but that I found out is still a thing, you know? So please, if you look at your subscription status and you're not subscribed, why not? Please subscribe and be part of the family, okay? And besides, it allows you get new episodes when it's released in a few minutes every Monday, okay? Let's raise kids who are not just online, but spiritually awake and digitally wise. I've been your host, Lawrence Idem. Until next week at 6 p.m., I can promise you that during the week that I will release a little short, and that's because something has come to my attention for Instagram users that I need to publish speedily, okay? So look out for that. If you're subscribed to the channel, of course, you'll be alerted, okay? Until then, God bless and goodbye.